guys, Hayden Blake here. I wanted to let you all know that I have new merch on my Teespring store. The My Hero Origins poster starring Blake Carter is now available. Also, I wanted to let you know that recently I've been making TikTok content. If you're a fan of Origins, Dream SMP, or Minecraft in general, then my content on there is for you. You can find me at Hayden_Blake. Anyways, enjoy the video!
Alright, welcome back to your next class. How are we all doing today?
Really good, really good. Thanks so much for asking.
I'm doing okay.
Better, I guess.
A little tardy, but that's alright.
Doing fine.
See a couple of empty seats here or there, but that's fine. Some people are still in the hospital wing.
Oxy, wake up.
So,
We're not gonna wake up.
Yeah.
last lesson. We're gonna be going over them. Your fights, your good points, your bad points. Everything that you may have done right or wrong.
I have a question.
What's up?
If we lost, do we have to go to detention?
No,
What?
Oh,
that's not
Wait,
it.
who said
Do you
that?
want detention?
maybe.
What?
You know you can just go to cram
Okay.
school. You don't have to get detention to go to cram school.
What?
You can just
Did
go
no one
back
tell
and
you
all the
that?
time.
Oh,
No,
Flex.
wait, why is he blue?
Oh.
Yeah, why are you blue, by the way?
She did it.
Anyways, what were we going over?
We're
Oh.
going over the fights from last lesson. And speaking of Blue Boy over there, Shino and Blake versus Yuki, Kane, and Flex. So,
Okay, sure.
the villain team had the clear advantage here. 3v2, it's obviously not fair. Despite that, Hero Team came out on top. I'm very impressed.
Thank
the
you.
villain team
Yeah.
should have really used their numbers to their advantage.
Hey.
Oh,
Huh?
Oh my god!
Jesus.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Shizu.
You didn't tell me.
You-
Finally here.
Shizu.
What? You should have told me you were coming here. I would have helped you over here. You silly.
Oh, it's
Didn't
good.
expect you
I'm
to be
fine.
moving.
No,
Are you
I wanted
sure?
to see if I can make it here on my own.
Are you
Oh my-
sure you should
oh
be
my God.
walking at all?
Oh, Shizu. I
Oh,
heard what happened.
I can't let this keep me down. Oh, thank you all for worrying.
That's a great attitude to have.
At least let me help you to your desk, okay?
Okay,
Silly?
okay, it's fine.
Jeez.
All right.
All right, as we were going over Shizu, we're just going over the results of your training last lesson and what you can improve upon.
Oh, okay.
As I was saying,
Okay.
the villain team really should have used their numbers to their advantage. 3v2 could easily overwhelm and divide and conquer.
Well, we divided a little. It just, thought the stalling method, the plan was gonna work, and it's
We're
just
just
barely
gonna-
didn't.
They got a sneak attack in, and what happened with Blake was too concerning.
True. And that leads me on to Blake. I mean, if it was anyone other than Flex, that move that you pulled, wee bit dangerous. Maybe
Yeah,
Well, if it was anyone other than Flex, then I probably wouldn't have done it.
so that doesn't
True.
make me feel better.
I
Wait,
mean,
what?
that does make sense, yeah.
What?
That
still,
doesn't make sense.
How's that
No,
not?
it does in a way. It just
Because
doesn't make
she
perfect
doesn't know
sense.
the anatomy of Flex. It's just an excuse because she got lucky.
Well, I know he can change his state of matter.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you can
you
assume
take
that
the
he can
heat
take all the
first.
heat out of his body and he'll be just fine.
When I'm
You don't
using
know
my
that.
quirk,
Not
I know my
fine.
limits. I think I can know when to stop, unlike you.
Stop it earlier, better
Didn't-
than nice.
Didn't you
You
faint?
said
Moving right
yeah.
along.
Didn't you faint at the end
Let's
of your
move on
fight?
to the other hero
Shut
in
up,
the
Cole.
fight, Shino. Your
Sup?
quirk
Oh.
is incredibly malleable. It's your only limit is your creativity and imagination. The fact that you just pulled out 2 sticks is kind of limiting.
Noted. I'm very much aware of that in terms of what I can make. It's just, I think I put what the drawback is of my quirk in the first place, but obviously, blindness,
True.
reason why I'm limiting how much I use.
Yeah. Well,
I think you did awesome.
they
Thank
did do
I
awesome
did
indeed.
too.
They did all right. Thank you.
Back
Did
over to the
great.
villains, though. Yuki, it was a great use of your quirk to move about the payload. Exactly what I would have done in your situation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But leaving a teammate alone in a fight is a tad neglectful. Probably should have been best to 2v1 Shino whilst you had the chance.
Probably would have recommended it, to be fair. Kind of surprised you didn't.
Kane's not here right now, but we'll just say right now, they probably should have restrained Kino when they had the chance whilst they were using their quirk.
The quirk definitely works.
Yeah,
Noted.
that's intriguing. Yeah, moving on. Riku and Kyo versus Yudo and Artemis.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's me.
Our fight, yeah.
Both Kyo and Yudo are currently absent, but Kyo his quirk is incredibly well suited for this test. Did pretty much perfectly, even using Riku's quirk to disperse the explosion. It's
Yeah.
a great just example of what Riku could potentially do in the future if they learn to control their explosions.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'll make sure to do that.
Yeah.
But my idea was just to, blow a hole in the building, but no, no.
like
You
Yeah.
still did a good job, Riku.
Could have
Uh,
been a lot
you
It was
did
really
too.
smart of you guys to do.
Yeah, I
That's
couldn't.
really
I
good.
wasn't able to even see through any of the windows because of your quirk. It was really smart. Really smart.
Speaking of Artemis's quirk, that was also a fantastic use of it. Using your quirk
Thank you.
is an essential maze to stop the heroes from getting anywhere.
Hmm.
But the fact that both you and Yuto stayed behind is kind of what caused your downfall. Should have sent in Yuto to deal with the threats. Keep them on their toes.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Yudo couldn't use their quirk, so it was kind of more strategic for them to stay back.
Could have sent Yuto in first and then used your quirk. Anyway,
Oh.
moving on to Rin and Lynx versus Roxy and Jack.
Hey.
This was an interesting one. The Tsunpeppermint messers going up against one another, but you kept going back and forth. Kind of missed over the obvious. Either Lynx could have made Roxy forget where she was or what she was doing, or Roxy could have rumored Lynx into falling asleep for like 3 minutes. Instead, they just kept trying to make each other forfeit. The last move from the villain team. It was pretty cleverly thought of, using Roxy's hobby to your advantage,
Yeah.
but it was extremely dangerous. From that high up, you're very lucky that Rin and Lynx fell in the water instead of extra damage.
I agree with that. I didn't expect my quirk to do that much damage.
A lot of people almost got really badly injured.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
You could say
this
that.
is why we have the
almost did. Yeah.
this is why we have the rescue bots and Venus on call. And then Rin, again, very apt use of your quirk. Very perfect timing. You got trampoline in, very good. Not much to comment on there.
Thanks.
And finally, Davis and Cole versus Shizu and Clover.
Hmm.
Positives. Let's start with the positives. Let's keep the mood light. Both Shizu and Clover were very committed to their role.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were great.
They treated it like a joke.
Unfortunately, that's
The speech was
about
cool, though.
the positives. Quite frankly, well, let's start with the villain team. Should always be more attentive. Seeing Cole being the only active participant should have made you focus more on him. Plus, softly tackling Davis to the ground isn't exactly a strong hold. Speaking of, Davis! Quite frankly, you need to be just more confident in your own thoughts.
I don't
Taking
know what
orders.
you mean by that.
I mean, you just took orders from Cole. Did nothing from your own thoughts. Taking
Didn't
orders can
try.
be commendable, but it shouldn't come in the way of your own morality or your legal obligation as a hero. Also, could you put the games away whilst we're doing hero training, please?
Ooh.
Right.
Thank you.
And Cole, what to say that you haven't heard a million times already? Well, it's a good thing that you were actively trying to capture the villains and win the exercise. However, ordering Davis to literally break bones,
You
not
know, it was
really
heat of the
suitable
moment.
for this
Whose
exercise.
bones?
I didn't necessarily expect him to be capable of doing such a thing.
Right.
You still ordered it though.
Yeah. Well, you know, heat of the moment. I was fighting them to alone because he didn't care.
Right. And you need to remember to remain calm in these sort of situations. There is a
At
bomb
least we
involved.
got the job done.
I don't think
No
it was
bomb
very heat of the
exploded.
moment if you don't even feel bad about it.
I don't even feel heat.
I don't. You're right.
That's not.
That's a conversation for another day.
I mean, is it really?
Fine.
If
Well,
that was a
it's
real
not what
bomb,
happened.
sir, and you were out there in the real world, you would have taken out the villain.
I would have taken him out. I wouldn't have broken his bones.
And what if he kept getting back up unless you broke his bones? You would do it, right?
We have handcuffs. You had capture tape. You were able to restrain the villains without.
And what if his
resorting
quirk
to
allowed him to
physical
get out of it?
punishment. In this situation, they didn't.
That's a lot of
I'm
what
just
ifs.
saying. Actually, I would say that his quirk probably could let him get out of that. You know, magnifying. I am correct. You cannot dispute me. All right, I know how this world works.
Yeah, you think that they would be using only one kind of handcuffs? Have you ever think about that?
We didn't have those.
No.
Yeah,
you
it
had
also wasn't
tape.
a real bomb and they weren't real villains. Have you ever thought about that?
Have you ever thought about what are you learning if you're holding back? You're
I'm
learning
not
to hold
holding
back.
back
Get that through your
here.
head.
Listen,
5 seconds.
let's move
Well,
on.
It's
Everybody
not what,
just
it's
calm
not
down.
What, it's not what happens, you know, in the moment. It's how you get back up. So, we're moving forward.
And what if
Moving
you hadn't
on.
All that
gotten
matters.
back up?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, that would be on Davis.
I'd rather not think about that.
It wouldn't have just been on Davis.
I'm
Cole.
going to hurt you.
You're
I
lucky
wouldn't
they
have told
did,
him
I'm
to
saying.
kill him.
You're lucky they did. You're lucky.
But going into detail on that is something that I need to discuss with Cole and Davis at separate times.
Ooh.
Not appropriate there, Flex.
Ooh.
Anyway,
Mhm.
I want you all to reflect on not only your own training, but also each other's. Learn from each other on what you can do to improve.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it for evaluations. Now it's time to evaluate yourselves. I'm saying you homework.
Oh,
Mm.
fun.
What-
Okay.
what
What do you have in
kind?
mind?
I want you
Let me
all
write
to
that
write
down.
an essay on why you're here. Why do you want to be a hero? Why did you pick Monarch Academy?
Not this question again.
Quite
Just
frankly,
answer it, Fox.
Some people, not only in this class, but older classes, even in 1A, they aren't 100% motivated. So we need to learn why you're here. You know? We need to help you. And the only way to do that is for you to help us. Now,
How
I'll be
many
expect-
words does the essay have to have?
uh,
Give it a page.
yeah, just at least do an entire page's worth. Size 12 font. No double spacing.
APL
That's it.
format?
MLA probably.
MLI.
What are
indeed.
either of those?
And do we need to cite sources?
I'll tell you later.
Sources really
More of
shouldn't.
a
Sources
self-reflection.
are self.
Yeah, it's an opinion piece. Not
And
really.
Okay.
can we draw pictures in it?
If it doesn't take up the entire page, then yeah.
Darn it.
Can we handwrite it or do we have to type it?
Handwriting is fine.
Okay,
Maybe
cool.
on a laptop.
I don't have one.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Now that's all settled. Class is dismissed. And I'll be hoping to receive this evaluation
Artemis.
in a week's time.
Mm-hmm.
I have
You-
a spare
Be
laptop
careful,
if you
okay?
want
Be
it.
careful. All right.
Oh,
I'm always
that's so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Make sure
sure.
you're going, would you?
Enjoy.
Whoa, we finished already.
Don't worry about him.
Always
He
careful.
has his own
I
inner
didn't have it with
turmoil
me.
going on. He's just mad at the
I'll
world.
get it
Okay.
to you later.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can text me. I have a phone now.
Fine.
nice.
You okay?
Shizu, please.
Oh, I'll see you later.
Oh, my legs are feeling a little bit weak.
Come on,
Yeah.
come on. Oh, come on.
Oh,
come on, come on, come on.
Jizu, are you
Come on,
okay?
grab my
okay.
hand. Grab my hand. Grab my hand.
You
Grab my
fell
hand.
over.
Do I want to be a hero? I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Door
Oh.
open.
You're late.
Wait, dude, how am I late? You're the only one in here.
Yeah, the other two are late too.
That's fine.
It's okay though. I guess we can just turn it into a study hall. I guess it's just the two of us.
That's true. I haven't really been in here. We got a vending machine.
I tried to decorate it a little bit, but I'm not sure how good of a job I did.
Well, I mean, you got all the posters around. That's good.
Yeah, posters for these clubs. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, this is just where I've been doing my homework lately. It's a lot quieter than at my dorm, where Flex is just trying to bother me all the time. And I don't really want to see Cole, so...
Yeah, I can understand that one.
Do you want to do our
So-
homework for Avian?
Sure, I guess. I mean, they're not here yet, so I guess we can do that. Did you already start yours?
Well, of course I did. I mean, an essay on why I want to be a hero? It's pretty self-explanatory, don't you think?
I mean, sure. I
Let
don't
me
know.
tell you what I have written so far. Obviously, I want to be a hero because my mom and dad are heroes, but not only that, I want to put my quirk to some good use. So I want to be able to use it to help people, kind of like my dad does. I mean, I'm a lot like my dad. I can be a bit harsh sometimes, and maybe both of our quirks are a little destructive, but he still finds a way to help people and be a pro hero. So if he can do it, I can do it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not.
I mean, I think when he was growing up, maybe sometimes he didn't think that his explosive quirk would be able to help people, but he trained really hard and now he's able to, so maybe I can do the same thing with my fire quirk.
Maybe minus the explosions.
Well, yeah. And maybe minus setting flowers on fire, but
That's true.
aren't you gonna do your paper too?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've been thinking about it since Evian spoke about it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, being a hero is like the best thing that you could ever be.
Well, I mean,
Sure,
of course.
You know why you want to be a hero, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, of course I know why I want to be a hero. But my point of view is a bit different than your point of view. Well, don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't want to help people, but I'm more or less doing this for my parents.
Well, I mean, I want to carry on my family's legacy too, but that can't be the only reason, right?
Well, it's not really carrying on the legacy. I mean, my dad was a pro hero at one time. But life's been a bit hard since I was born. You know.
What's so hard about it?
Well, you know about how I crippled my dad. You you heard that.
Yeah.
Well,
But
when you
I
got forced.
also heard that you did that when you were like a newborn. You know that's not your fault, right?
I know that. I know. He tells me that all the time. And I appreciate it. But it still doesn't sit right with me that I took away a dream he worked so hard for. But, I mean, ever since I've been born, it's been difficult, money-wise. I mean, we're okay financially, but we're not the richest. And I know things have been getting a little more difficult around the house. I mean, they don't think I've heard before I left, but I know financially it's getting harder. And it's mainly because of me, which sucks.
What do you mean it's because of you? I mean, didn't they know it was going to happen when they had a kid? Of course they'd have to support you.
Well, there's a difference between supporting your kid and then having to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on equipment for your kid. I mean,
well, I'm sure they're helped out by maybe like the government or something, at least a little bit, right?
Not really. See, the problem was my dad was forced into retirement way too early. So there's no retirement fund or anything like that that was really set up for him. So he's been paying out of pocket with all the money that he's made. And then once that ran out, that's when my mom had to get a job. And that's starting to get a little difficult too. So, I mean, between paying for my headphones, which cost thousands of dollars, and then getting me this new mask, it's been difficult financially, to say the least. I mean, it's better than my old mask, that's for sure.
Guess I never thought about what people with quirks that have to use support equipment go through. I never thought that they'd have to pay for something that wasn't their fault.
Well, I mean, the headphones I didn't get until I was about 5. Luckily, that was from when my dad had the money. But the mask I'm wearing now, I've only had for 4 years. I did have another mask at one point, but I try to not remember that mask.
Was it ugly? I wouldn't want to wear an ugly mask either, especially if I had to wear it all the time.
It wasn't that it was ugly, it was more or less like a muzzle.
Your parents let you wear that?
They had no choice. It was either I wear a mask that nearly covered my entire face, or possibly let their kid injure others by accident. I mean, I didn't even start talking until 4 years ago. So
I had no idea.
Well, the problem with my old mask was that it didn't have the speaker that it has in this one. So I was basically a mute until I was 12. Once I got this new mask, I was able to start talking. It's been rough. We still have the old mask just in case this one ever breaks, but I really don't want to go back to it.
You really don't take anything for granted, do you? Hearing, speaking.
No.
It's all super special to you.
Well, because it's things that I got over time. I mean, luckily I was given the headphones when I was 5, but growing up without hearing anything, without being able to talk, it was very weird. Especially trying to go to a school at a young age with this giant muzzle on. It didn't end well with other students, and then I was homeschooled from there.
You mean you got bullied?
I don't know if it was bullying. Well, maybe it was. But nobody really accepted me. And I mean, I couldn't hear them anyways, so I don't even know what they said. So.
This really makes me feel like everything I have has been handed to me. Maybe I take things for granted.
Well, I mean, you got blessed with the quirk that didn't give you all these issues.
Everyone has problems. Everyone faces their own hardships in their own way, but you're really strong for someone who's been through so much.
Thanks. I guess my goal at the end of the day is I want to pay my parents back for everything they've done for me. That's why I want to become a hero. I'm hoping that I can make enough money to hopefully give them a wonderful rest of their lives. And they don't have to worry about me anymore. That I'll be able to take care of myself.
I think you have a really good paper to write.
Yeah. Don't take this rudely, but I think I'm gonna go write this at home.
Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'm just old memories I didn't want to remember, I guess. It's fine. It wasn't your fault. It was gonna happen whether I did the paper or not. So, at least I had you here to talk to about it at least. But I think I need to finish the rest of it at home.
Okay. I mean, you know where to find me if you need me.
Of course. Thanks for the chit chat. If the other two show up, I guess tell them I said hi and I hope to see them soon.
No worries. If they show up, we'll just reschedule the meeting for when you're here.
All right. Good luck with the paper.
Bye.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure.